All right, welcome back to 5 Reasons to Bet after a short hiatus. I'm Ethan J. Skolnick, or Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick and at 5 Reasons Sports. We got our guy Jim Rodriguez. You can follow him at J-Rod Show. He's in a better location than me.
Not as good as Kodak Black, but pretty close.
I was right across from that, and I took the wrong damn video, but that's okay. At least I don't have to live with the nightmare of it. See, there's reasons to go to a Panther game other than them being 19-3 so far this season. There you go. Everybody scores. Everybody scores. All right, let's get to it. We're sponsored here on 5 Reasons to Bet. We're going to get to the Heat pick for the night and some NBA talk. We're sponsored by our friends over at City Cigar Lounge. This is a great spot in downtown Miami. If you're a Heat fan, you want to check this place out. It is right down the street, right there on Northwest 2nd Street. You see that? Look at that spot. Look at that. The comfy chairs. Look at the great
treats for days.
Yeah, they got 350 different types of liquor there. They got more than 50 different kinds of cigars, and we're going to start doing some watch parties at City Cigar Lounge. We're thinking about that Heat Lakers, maybe doing a little pregame there on the 23rd before they play at 6 o'clock. And, of course, there's some NFL games that day as well, some playoff games, so we can throw it all together. But they got parties. They got all kinds of cool stuff. City Cigar Lounge. This is where you want to go. Check out a classy joint down the street. Yes, Jim.
I'll tell you what, and I'm getting through that amazing whiskey bar that they have. A huge selection. I'm about halfway through the selection there. That is J-Rod approved, and J-Rod goes there. So it's not just we're just throwing it out there. That is a great joint.
And
Tico, I'm getting halfway through that whiskey now. Freaking fly.
We got another sponsor we're going to tell you about pretty soon that'll help you before you go halfway through that whiskey. But let's get to the Heat tonight. Again, the team that plays down the street from City Cigar Lounge, although not yet. They're still on the road. They're finishing up this weird road trip where they had 3 days off after coming back from the West. Big win over Phoenix, though, and they're starting to get some pieces back. Gabe Vincent's back tonight. Still no Dedmon, no Bam, no Jimmy. But they've been playing well with who they have. And again, every game it seems like they add one. What do you see tonight at Atlanta?
I mean, listen, you can talk about the master of a job that Spoelstra has done. This could be one of his best jobs in terms of getting the most out of this team. The Heat are actually getting 3 points on the road in Atlanta against a terrible Atlanta team. Okay, They're getting some pieces back, but they're not very good. And the Heat 10-4 straight up this year as underdogs. So I like it already. I don't know when they're going to come home. I don't know if they're ever going to come home. Maybe they'll stay on there because they've had so much success and they can't make you go to those games. You'll go to those Panther games. And look what happens when you go to a Panther game. Kodak Black starts getting busy in the luxury boxes there. But that's a different show. I like Miami getting 3 in this game. And I like the under. 223. I don't think Atlanta's got enough offense to really catch up. I think Miami will get their usual $109, $110. I don't think Atlanta will contribute to it. So I'm going to go under 223, and I love the Heat getting 3 points in this game.
Also, if you look at some of the Heat's numbers under Spoelstra, when they have at least 2 days of rest, when you give him time to dig into an opponent, particularly on a road trip, I like the Heat +3 tonight. I like them a lot. All right, we mentioned another sponsor. We're going to do an NBA prop when we come back here with J-Rod. Before you get that whiskey, you got to get a booze bandage. Here's a little from our friends over at Booze Bandage.
Indeed.
Click, clap, blast them.
All right, use that code 5RSN, get 20% off at boozebandage.com. Yes, Jim.
I just love it. Those are my guys right there.
You know what? I think it'd be better off to be at City Cigar Lounge to be at whatever that bar is in Key West, but that's a whole other story. All right, you got an NBA prop that sticks out to you.
Yeah, we're halfway there. All-Star games coming up in the NBA over in Cleveland this year. And I thought to myself, where are we in terms of who's going to win the NBA championship? And the Brooklyn Nets still are the favorites at plus 275 to win it. But then it gets a little interesting, okay? The Warriors, who were my pick last year, I got them at 7-1. The day the NBA Finals ended, they posted futures for this season, and I got the Warriors at 7-1 to win the NBA championship. You can still get it pretty good, 3.5 to 1 right now. Then you've got last year's finalists, the Suns and the Bucks, both at 8-1 to win the NBA championship. And here's where it gets interesting. The Jazz, the Lakers, and the Heat are all 12-1 to win the NBA title, which is kind of surprising, Ethan, that they would be lumped into that area. And the biggest surprise of all, the Chicago Bulls, 16-1 to win the NBA title. I still like the Warriors, but all of a sudden you throw a little Heat in there, sprinkle even some Bulls in there. Why not? The East, maybe, the East seems a little open this year.
To me, I would sprinkle money on anybody but the Nets. The idea to me that they're still the favorite, even if you get Kyrie back, they have no interior defense. They don't play together. It's a mercenary group. They haven't beaten anybody good this season at all. The fact that they're still, that shows you how wide open this thing is.
Kind of like the Dolphins.
Kind of like the Dolphins, mercenary, although I would take Durant over anybody the Dolphins have had for the past 20 years. But I'll just say, I would look at the field this year because I think this thing is wide open. The Heat at 12-1 are an interesting play to me. I like them better to come out of the East than I do to win the championship. But so I might look at that a little bit more. But the Bulls, I don't really believe in them that much. I would say Bucks or Heat in the East. But again, we'll continue to monitor this as we go forward. The Lakers, we could say that they should be better odds.
Overvalued there, right? Overvalued at 12-1.
Yeah, they're not winning a championship this year. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. I know you're an LA guy. All right, follow J-Rod Show. Follow Ethan J. Skolnick, 5 Reasons Sports. City Cigar Lounge. Check the place out. And boozebandage.com. Use the code 5RSN for 20% off. Heat +3 tonight. I love it.
I'm calling Kodak Black. It's Kodak Black approved.
Kodak moment.
Twerk, twerk, twerk.